My name is Crystal Francis, and I am doing this video for the Urban Planning and Transportation assignment. Basically, a proposal of um, urbanized transportation, urban planning for the state of Texas. Um, After watching the videos and reading the readings that were provided for this assignment, I came to the conclusion that I believe that Texas should come up with a more urban transportation system, such as other urbanized cities we know of, like New York, um, and some European countries. They heavily rely on urban transportation, such as bus, train, um, in some cases subway, but that won't work here because we're below sea level. So in our case, uh, a train, um, and bus, maybe even bring back the trolley, um, to make it more available for transportation. As we all know, um, I'm mostly going to focus on Houston because I live here and I see how much Houston has grown over the last not even less than 10 years. Houston is ever growing. It seems like every year, more people are coming to Houston, for the job market, the education, many other opportunities people see here in Houston. So more people means, of course, it can be good economically for the city or the state, because Houston is a part of Texas. Um, Not only that, it's bringing more, money and people to the state. It also brings that means more cars on the road. That means more pollution. That means more oil that is being used, which is a concern already of the oil that is being used um, in the state of Texas. As far as that is concerned, I feel like that can all be reduced with the use of urban transportation. Already, Houston has seen um, to has seen this type of urbanized thing come about with the light rail, which I think is an awesome idea. It is placed mostly downtown. I feel like it should be expanded, but I understand the reason why it is placed in downtown Houston versus other areas, because downtown Houston is is more like it's the buildings and other locations you may want to go downtown are more accessible. It's not as spread out as the rest of the city. Just like the example Mr. Spark was using in the video Walkable City. I'm going to use a lot of his examples because of all of the videos. I liked his the most because he brought up some very, very valid points that I agree with, that I thought of myself in the past, and even in currently now. He was saying how everyone is so concerned about saving the environment, losing weight, um, and he was saying how something as simple as making Houston more walkable can resolve all these issues. More public transportation means less people in their cars. People are being more active, walking. That can assist with people getting more healthy, more active, because he was saying how most of us are used to being stationary, which I can relate because I live behind the airport and my job is in Katy. And my commute can be anywhere from an hour plus, hour and a half, sometimes two, depending on the day, if there's an accident. And I'm going to come back to the accident portion later and how it'll be safer for more people to be off the streets. But anyway, back to what I was saying. He was saying how less people on the road mean less cars on the road, meaning people are taking public transportation, means they're more active, they're not as stationary. So he said how people get used to driving, you're stationary basically, and then going up a flight of stairs, or in my case elevator, sitting at your desk, you didn't really get any physical activity. um, and how he was showing an example how people are more healthier in New York versus in Texas. And also, um, he showed the examples of how it is safer, which I totally agree. Less people on the road means less car accidents. For one, I work for Geico, so I hear these accidents all day. I'm the one who documents these accidents, and a lot of the accidents. The reason they said they opened our office is because Houston is an ever growing city, and there were so many accidents in this city. They needed an office to keep up with it. So that was the birth of my office that I work at, because of Houston being ever growing. It helps the auto insurance company with these accidents, but it's not really helping the people. People are getting hurt, people are getting injured. It seems like a very good idea to me, but the only things that I feel like should be incorporated with that is obviously Houston is a very spread out city. It's not as close together as other cities like New York would be, or in some cases, Chicago. That was also one of the cities they named as being a very urbanized city. Um, I feel like Houston expanded the Katy Tollway. I feel like with them expanding that tollway, I feel like they should make a lane for trains to travel. And I feel like it should be a high speed travel, which will mean more people able to get on, less time spent, more people able to get off. And since Houston is so wide, I feel like there should be certain stops where you will take a trolley to this location, or you'll take a large bus to another location that drives around locations in Houston where people can be dropped off at specific spots. Um, and I also feel like from what I saw with the whole wind energy, um, I didn't realize there were still that many wind farms in Texas, which can be, made of use. Wind energy can be used to power these trains, um, and which will reduce the amount of toxins and pollution in our airways. And um, that will be very helpful, not only to helping our airways and people become more active, it'll also help with the city. Um, Public transportation, you're paying that. That's city transportation. You're paying that money to the city. So, in a way, we're all helping our community by spending our money, and also help people in gas. Gas prices are very high. The average, I do take the train. A train is like $2. That is about a tank of gas. And people think, oh, it's not a lot. But when you're sitting in traffic, your car burns more gas. So that means people will save money, people will be more active. And with the energy saving tactics we're using, wind energy, it will be even more helpful for our community. Um, well, as far as Houston. And since Houston is becoming one of the most popular cities, it can be looked at as it needs to kind of start acting like and functioning like a very popular city, meaning contributing more to how people get around, which will make it safer and just overall better for the ever growing state of the community, because the way the roads are now, it's not safe. And um, with them adding this, um, more public transportation, more accessible public transportation, because that's like one of the biggest complaints is it's too spread out. The public transportation system, Houston needs a lot of improvement and also needs to be more environmental friendly. And also, I was from another video I watched, people were against it. People are, oh, it's going to affect the livestock. I mean, all the cars means burning gas, that affects the livestock as well. People were complaining about the noise. With 500 cars on the road versus a few trains, you will hear the noise less often with a train passing by versus you hearing a whole lot of cars in traffic. And I also feel like Houston should start the train system that I am proposing in one of the most busiest areas that I know of. So as of now is Westheimer. That area is very close together. It seems more of an urbanized area. A lot of people tend to move there first because of everything being so close together. I feel like if they do a train system there, and with the eco-friendly energy, like I suggested, I think it will really take off in Houston. And also surrounding cities other than Houston, like Dallas, they could use this too. And I feel like they should have trains and trolleys all around um, the state that connects you to these, other large cities within the state of Texas, which I feel will be very, very helpful. Um, and also, as far as again, this will help Texas economically, will expand and have more money available. And also, again, it will help, um, the obesity rate in Texas. People will be more active, more healthy. It'll be more of the normal for people to get out and walk. Um, and also, it will help with the oil issue that we're having here. And also, there are, quite a few. It seems like from Mr. Sparks' video that this is something that is being proposed. And he brought up a lot of valid points. And I really hope this is something that happens, outside of this assignment, that this really does happen, because I feel like it will be the best thing ever. Because people can see how well it has worked downtown so far. Why not expand it to the rest of the city? And make uh, the public transportation system more accessible for everyone. But start in the most congested parts of the city first and expand out. And I know they were saying how to get people uh, more uh, open to it and give up their cars. I feel like people, they should, you know, make things like this more public, where people will be more willing to invest their tax dollars into this, and let them know that they're investing in their safety, becoming more healthy in the environment, and people will be more open to this idea. Um, and I feel like with this, it will really, really help a lot, as far as the transportation system. Um, well, thank you for listening to my ideas, and thank you for watching. And thank you.